Hello and welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Nation's Voice Tower. My name is Angelo Himalayas, your uncle. Yes, it's few days to the February elections. That's on 25th February, later this month, 2023. And then more information and more catastrophe is being planned and let loose. Yes, this particular one is hell. Hell has been let loose by Michael Achimugu, the estranged aide of media aide of Atiku, the former vice president of Nigeria and the present presidential aspirant of the PDP. Yes, if you have been following the trend of events, Michael Achimugu is the author and the producer of the Atikugate series. The Atikugate series are a series of video clips that have come out to expose the innermost secrets of the PDP presidential aspirant Atiku Abubakar. They have exposed not only him, his cohorts, his allies, his children, his wife Titi Abubakar, and so on and so forth. If you've been following the Atikugate series, you will know that we've got Atikugate 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 respectively. All right. Now, Nigeria is a very, very big country, blessed with a lot of mineral resources, blessed with a lot of economic activities, and so on and so forth. Due to one or two reasons along the line, Nigerians have failed to benefit from these abundant resources that abound in Nigeria, or that are existent in Nigeria. All right. Now, that is because of maybe one or two issues in political governance, or one or two issues in bad governance. Well, now, during the Obasanjo government, that is the government that came before the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and then that came before Goodluck Jonathan, Ebele Jonathan, and so on and so forth. We're talking about the 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, and so on. Now, during the Obasanjo government, the second tenure, to be precise, we were made to understand for decades that there were issues between Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo then, and his vice president Atiku Abubakar. Okay, and then we're meant to understand that this issue was because of going for a third term, which President Obasanjo wanted to really embark on, and that was really against a lot of perspectives that most of the people of the legislature and the members of the judiciary held then. Well, the former vice president Atiku was also placed or portrayed as a victim, because then President Olusegun Obasanjo, if you were current, was seen as the one who inflicted the pain. All right, but is that really what happened? That is what you should know. Is that really what happened? That question is left for you to answer after this video. Well, Michael Achimugu has come out to release not a video this time, but a kind of voice note, a recorded conversation between of an insider that was existent during the Obasanjo government. Now, this insider reveals a story that focuses its limelight on disloyalty, desperation, and habitual bad choices by Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who is now the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. All right. Well, one or two things. This event led to what happened to, of course, if you remember, James Ibori, the former governor of Delta State, during that same tenure. This event also led to what happened to Dipreye Alamaye Serra, the former governor of Bayelsa State, and then it also led to what happened to the withholding of the funds for some local government areas in Lagos State. Now, when all these things were being unfolded or were unfolding, we all thought it was due to one or two reasons that the media and those that were existing in the government houses made us believe. But Michael Achimugu has come out to say, no, Nigerians need to know the truth, especially now that all Nigerians, both at home and in diaspora, are going for a revolution. Okay, they are pushing for a new kind of government. All right, they are pushing for a successful governance. All right, so he has come out to expose a lot of things about his former principal Atiku Abubakar, who was the former vice president of the country under President Olusegun Obasanjo. The next video clip you're going to be listening to is not a video clip you watch, it's a recorded conversation. The next video clip you're going to be listening to is that of the insider. I'm not going to call his name. Of course, discretion is advised, and for security reasons, his name will be withheld. All right. So you're going to listen to that recorded conversation, and you will know what really happened during the Obasanjo government. You will know what Michael Achimugu has come out to let Nigerians know as regards why you shouldn't vote this PDP presidential candidate. Listen attentively and don't touch that dial. We'll be back with more analysis.
This Atiku opened when he was vice president. We had one office Atiku opened when he was vice president in Asokoro, with that Nelson Mandela, where we organized meeting 2000 for him, reception 2000 for him with Bugaji. We have a think tank. I don't know if you've ever heard about that office. It's on Nelson Mandela. We organized reception 2000 for him. I'm the secretary of that think tank. It was an Obasanjo group, but we used it to organize reception 2000 for Atiku to make him president in 2007. But what happened? When the reception 2000 became so successful, every emir, everybody in the north, I was the secretary of that reception 2000. They came to Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna. And there was no space in Ahmadu Bello. In fact, the crowd outside was more than. We had to put speakers up to Constitution Road, end of Constitution Road, end of Abubakar Kigo Street and the rest. What happened? When it was successful, they now alienated everybody who organized it. And it was not their brain, so they thought they could do it. Bugaje thought he could do it. He read only Islamic studies. He's not a strategist. He didn't go to any American school to know even anything about strategy. And what happened? The whole thing began to nosedive. Even before 2003, they've already made mistakes and made enemies with Obasanjo. We will never have allowed that. Because Obasanjo was the president, so he didn't need to fight him. He was already controlling the economy. Every contract you have to go to Atiku. Everything you have to go to Atiku. Obasanjo left the work for him. The economy was with him. The contracts are with him. Obasanjo didn't want to be staying. He's the Mr. Clean. Okay? So you don't need to fight him. All you need to do is wait another 4 years. What Atiku should have done in 2003, and I told him, install the National Assembly and wait another 4 years to 2006. Don't allow Obasanjo to suspect you at all. Anytime he says, give so person 100 million, give him. Give so you have the money. You are controlling the money.
But even he contested 2003.
It was an Bugaje that made him to do that mistake.
But the northern governors and
it's Bugaje that went to sell the matter to the northern governors. And the governor of Delta, James Ibori, governor of Imo, Udemwa, governor of Edo, Ibinidium. I know the game now. I was the chairman of strategy committee of PDP.
Because me, I feel it's loyalty.
It's not loyalty. Obasanjo gave him control of everything, governors, everything. So you need just to be loyal, because Obasanjo's power for mischief is too dangerous. So you cannot afford to fight him, and he's still Mr. President. So even if you got the ticket for PDP in 2003, you still need to run an election with a president that will be against you, because he's still on the seat until the election is conducted. And the powers of the president is too enormous for you to mess with him. So if Atiku had just lay cool, consolidate, get the resources, get the power, install a national assembly. Do you know at that time before the 2003 election, Atiku could install all the senators in Nigeria and all the House of Rep members. Are you aware of that?
Yes, he had that much power.
He had
that time.
That he could do it. So he didn't need to fight Obasanjo. Obasanjo will have only 4 years to work and go.
But Obasanjo didn't want to have 4 years.
No. Atiku made the mistake of putting up a team to challenge Obasanjo in 2003 primaries. Where were you in this country? You didn't know. Maybe you were.
I'm aware of these things. What I'm saying is, was that the reason Obasanjo wanted a third term?
That is the only thing that made Obasanjo to fight Atiku and stop him from becoming president. That attempt to take over in 2003, he can't forgive him. Nothing more. Nothing more.
So he declined.
Who? No, he begged. He knelt down. I was there.
No, as in.
He knelt down, cried, and Atiku allowed him to go. Tony Anini tricked Atiku into forgiving him. And they carried it and put it in the national news with President kneeling down for Atiku. You are not following this thing.
No, I am aware of all of these things.
So that is the thing that made Obasanjo to mess Atiku up. From the day Atiku made that mistake, because if Atiku had already announced, the governors wanted Atiku, so Atiku should have just challenged him to withdraw. If I'm fighting you and you make the mistake of withdrawing, I'll make you commit rout.
On that point, I agree with you.
Unnegotiated surrender. It's a military rule. It was a big mistake because he's already announced in his house that he's running. And immediately, within 1 hour, Obasanjo got it. They had a meeting like we're having with all the governors. Obasanjo did not know. Atiku called Tony Anini to the meeting. You know, people were accusing Otumba Fashion of leaking it to Obasanjo. It was Tony Anini of blessed memory. So he came to the meeting. Immediately he left Atiku's house and went to Obasanjo's house. They've just done a coup against you. What? Let's go. And he went. Immediately after the meeting, then Atiku did not tell Obasanjo to come back tomorrow so that he can call everybody back and discuss it. He now went into discussion with Obasanjo. That very day, I took a decision to run now, and we have agreed on a plan. How do you reverse it without contacting? That's how Atiku lost everybody. Then Obasanjo went after all the southern governors. He couldn't fight the northern governors. So he started withholding their money. You know, Bola Tinubu was also in that meeting. He withheld Bola Tinubu's money, withheld Imo's money, withheld anybody who went to that fight. It was only James Ibori that took dollar to him that he did not fight him. He did not withhold his money. But what did he do? He set up Ibori for that EFCC manhunt. He was recording what Ibori was doing. He was recording what Alani Isia was doing. They were all Atiku people. Only Odili was not an Atiku man. This guy, Akwa Ibom, Victor Atta, they were all Atiku. Duke, Atiku. Because Duke wanted to be vice president. So all, they were Atiku people. Obasanjo, after he settled with Atiku, won the election, he cut off their money. He was paying them anything he likes. Every monthly allocation, if you are getting 4 billion, they will calculate your salary and give you exactly the amount. That's why up to today, some states are still owing federal government. They still collect, maybe Kebi. I don't know if you owed. I don't think Kebi was, he didn't fight any northern government, but he fought all the southern. That was the one singular mistake that made your father. And it was a huge one.
Well, it's a good lesson in history.
Yes, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. If you're just joining us, this is Nation's Voice Tower, your favorite YouTube channel. Yes, you've listened to the recorded conversation, and you've heard all what that man had to say. At some point, the man in question was the secretary to the parliament where all this were being planned, and at some point this particular man was the brain behind everything that happened, from the rally, from the conference, down to the last plan. All right, so I don't really need to say much about this because due to time we're going to be drawing the curtain right now. I would like you to really check this from what I said earlier on, give your analysis on this, and drop a comment for us in the comment section. All right, this information is too much information for you to really sideline, for you to push aside, for you to really put in your bag and close. All right, this information is made to be at our disposal for us to know what to do come 25th February next week. All right, without wasting much of your time, I would beg you for one thing. Of course, you know what we always do here, because I'm here for you. And of course, without you, I won't be here. I would like to plead with you to like this video, share the video around Nigeria and all over the world, and then make sure you subscribe to Nation's Voice Tower. It's because with these different actions you're going to do, subscription, liking, and sharing, of course, YouTube gets to recommend our videos to people all over the world and also in Nigeria. All right, because that is the policy of YouTube. From us here, we're drawing the curtain. Peace out.